if you see this kind of show which is happening now, is totally because we are not able to do the regular shows.
Actually, exactly. I mean, digital is the new wave, as I always. I did not say that 2 months back, but since 2 months we've been so digitally involved, whether it's these trade shows or the meetings or having digital fashion weeks. So it's an absolute new era thanks to COVID.
And you'll be exhibiting at the Helsinki Digital Fashion Week.
Yes. So the Helsinki Fashion Week selected 15 sustainable designers in the world. It is one of the most sustainable fashion weeks. So I got selected, and the selection happened in January. Okay, and the fashion show was to happen in August, and we all had to travel to Helsinki and showcase our collections and everything, like a proper fashion show, but in a sustainable way. But COVID happened, and there we had already taken part, and what to do next. So then they decided that how about converting every single thing into digital. So this is the first one of its kind completely digital show. So from models to makeup, hair, shoes, environment, clothes, every single thing is digitally made by European cloth 3D designers who have worked very closely with us. And it's just amazing to see. So you'll be seeing models swimming, walking in the space, and like things which is physically not possible, we are bringing it to life in a digital way. And digital does not mean like an animation. Digital almost means like it's almost like a real garment just walking on a model. So it's an unbelievable thing to see.
And it would be telecast live for the global audience?
It will be telecasted live on HelsinkiFashionLive.com. You have to register there to get the link. And my show is at 10:45 p.m. So if people are awake at that time, why not?
We'll definitely see it. It's a unique brand you've created, and it's a unique digital platform. So we need to see that definitely.
Yep, absolutely. I'll be glad.
And this niche jeans, what you've created, it's totally a repurposed brand. You've used the waste from Arvind Mills, and you've created. And how you're going to launch it? You're going to launch through this fashion week, or how you're going to do it?
So Nese Jean is a brand which started for the love of sustainability and denim. And the fact, as I always said, that sustainable jeans, the most sustainable jeans does not exist, because for me the most sustainable jeans is the one which was never made, and the second most sustainable jeans is something which is not made with any new material. So you use pre-existing material, you do not make any new virgin cotton, you use pre-existing trims, and you create art out of it. So I'm not talking about the things that we used to make in college, like deconstructed jeans, or things which are a little more which do not look really appealing but are very sustainable. I'm talking about runway fashion, or if not runway fashion, but like the regular fashion, but something which aesthetically looks great. So making scrap to wow is the baseline for Nese Jean. So we are making jackets, we're making jeans, we are making dresses, we are making cropped blazers. We are also venturing into footwear and getting into home products. So the fingers are everywhere. It's just capturing the situation as and when COVID kind of dissolves and we are able to go to the factories. The things are going to restart. The website is going to be up, and the collection is going to be up for sale for everyone.
And it is kind of going to be one piece, it's every piece is going to be unique, or you're going to replicate the designs in a couple, a few pieces?
So it is not going to be a mass production. It is going to be couture, but I would want it to reach to some mass level, because, sustainability comes at would really make sense if it is able to reach a lot of people. And I'm not going to make it like an expensive line that nobody is able to, afford it. It's made from scraps, and more the people adopt it, the better for the environment. I'm just asking, these companies, the mills, that, their waste is going to the landfills. Instead of that, just give it to me. I'm going to make art out of it, like really good garments and products out of it, and people are going to buy it. So this is the whole, funda behind Nese Jean.
Okay, that's wonderful. So I think the audience are waiting to hear more about what you want to inform about this brand and how you have worked the whole process. So I leave the stage to you, and it's all yours. And explain to the audience what you're doing in more detail.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Neha.
Hi, everyone. Hi again. I'm going to give you a small presentation as to how Nasegene got developed. And so the whole presentation is going to be about denim, like Nasegene. What is it about? About denim sustainability, how we are using scraps and how we are using denim industry waste and we are making products out of it. And a very new topic for all of us, which is digital fashion. So the surprise element is the digital fashion, which is going to come in the end of the presentation. So, please hang on till then. The digital fashion to me is the most sustainable fashion, but I'm going to talk in detail as and when we reach to that slide. So sharing my screen now. Yes, so this is the Nasegene logo. Nasegene originated from the word necessary and pronounced Nasegene, a line of completely sustainable products made from all denim industry waste. So our website is this, Instagram is this, and the collection and website coming soon. The work is still in progress. Now, our biggest collaborator, Arvind Mills, which is a pioneer in the denim business, they join hands with us and they take the sustainability at a whole new level. Denim industry waste from Arvind Mills in the form of fiber, yarn, fabric, or garment is going to see a new avatar. Sustainability for me doesn't need to come at a cost of design. In no way, should it be less aesthetic or, less fashion to be convincing or to have a real global appeal. So our products are being made very tastefully from this denim waste, from the denim scraps, and we are turning them into couture, into high fashion. So the only filter that we are taking care of is we are ensuring that no new virgin cotton is made or no new material is created for this brand. So yeah, that is the idea behind the whole brand. Some of the examples here to show you how scrap is made wow. So on the leftmost, you see a denim fur, which is created from a light colored denim with a white weft. And so this fur is going to be used in jackets, in some dresses, and some shorts. So it looks high fashion, but trust me, as in a lot of people can carry it on the regular party wear too, for the regular party wear too. The second one is a dark denim with a white weft. Just did a little bit of a rinse to this and, taking care there. And the last one is actually 3 denims stitched together. So light, medium, and dark, and then washed it all together. So, when we are using the Nasegene brand, when we are making the Nasegene brand, the one thing that we have is we are not accessible to a lot of fabric. I mean, only if there is waste would we be able to make a brand like this. So we are getting fabrics like 2 meters, sometimes 1 meter, sometimes 5 meters, sometimes very fortunately 10 meters, like the fabrics that we select to make the brand. So that's why because we get a lot of cuttings, like small widths and small cuttings, we kind of have to join a lot of it together to make like a big fabric and then create like, swatches like these and then make bigger fabrics to make garments. Coming to the next one. So these are, 2 rough illustrations which we made at office. This shows, the left one shows like a fur jacket, which the model is wearing. And the right one is like a scrap shift dress. So the look is very cool. It's made for, younger generation for them to be able to adapt into the culture of sustainability and also really feel the essence of what the brand is. So yeah. The hashtag goes like scrap made wow. So this was about the garments that we are creating. Now we've collaborated with a company called Green Soul, It is a sustainable footwear brand that uses refurbished, good quality soles, creating no new soles. So again, we are, reducing the pressure on earth by creating no new things for this brand. So we don't create any soles. There is this beautiful raw selvage denim from Arvind, which we are using with these soles, and we are making like arty, sustainable, aesthetically great footwear out of it. I can't wait to see the samples myself. So once it is all up, the website is going to be up and running then. For our trims, we have collaborated with a company called Tex Fasteners. They are, I think, the only ones who are making completely sustainable zippers. They use recycled polyester for their zippers, and the zippers are dyed with zero water. So this is all Tex Fasteners. And actually, in the whole collection, we are using very minimal trims, because trims itself, like metal, takes a lot of time to get dissolved. So we are using like sparingly using any trims. But if we are making sure that they come like they're absolutely sustainable in nature. So as I mentioned with Sandeep, Nese Jean was one of the brand out of 15 sustainable designers got selected for Helsinki Fashion Week, which was supposed to happen in Finland in August, but because of COVID, we could not have it. And because of that, the whole show, it's a very new concept, but a very fascinating one. The whole show, which is like the denim garments, the models, the makeup, shoes, the environment where the models are going to be walking, everything is getting converted into a digital show. So the show is happening on the 31st July at 10:45 p.m. IST. And the registration link is also there. The physical show with the real pieces, happens in December 2020. Hopefully it'll happen by then. COVID would subside, I'm guessing. So looking forward to both the shows. So this is a sneak peek of a half-rendered denim garment. If you see, the model is black right now, but it's going to be like a mannequin right now, but it's going to be like a real model with all the makeup and hair and, with the real environment. This is a half-rendered job in this. So the denim scraps are, shown like this digitally. This in collaboration with a European 3D designer called Zill. She made this on the software called Flow 3D. It's one of the most interesting softwares where you can actually make samples and make it look absolutely real. You can also check your fittings on that. You can also check your trims on that, the color on that, match it with the Pantone. Every single thing can, be in a digital file. No need to see the real samples anymore. So now comes the interesting topic. What is digital fashion? So I did not know about digital fashion till 3 months back, when we started for Helsinki Fashion Week. Only then did I know, okay, there is something like digital fashion which already exists. And it got its hype in, I think, 2017. But digital fashion is the most sustainable fashion, as there are really no physical pieces created. So it's like in the beginning, you'll almost feel like it's a joke. Okay, so what is a kind of fashion which you don't wear, right? But what you really do is, there are a lot of people, not in India because it's a very new concept in India, but worldwide there are a lot of people who buy digital fashion. Now, what do they buy for and how do they buy it? So there are, like, just the way we have our physical pieces, e-commerce websites, there are digital fashion websites like Blockchain, and there are many. Blockchain is one of the most famous ones. And you pick up a style from there, okay, and you buy it. So some styles are really expensive and some styles come out really cheap too. And once you select the style, you send your photograph there with the environment you choose, or you can also select an environment from there. And you tell the blockchain person that I want to buy this garment and this is my photograph, please drape it and then send it to me. So they will drape that garment, that digital garment on you, wherever you are sitting and in whatever photograph you are. and they'll send you that picture. For that picture can be used on your social media handles. That picture can be used for just propagating the cool new culture called digital fashion. So it's just a file. Actually, it's not really something which you can touch and feel. It's nothing physical, but it's just an NTF file on the blockchain which can be bought, sold, traded, and visualized in any platform or any interface that you choose. So it's a very new concept. It's almost like a vanguard. You can choose any high fashion, neon, riveted, any kind of a style, and you can have yourself put in that. And when the picture comes out, not even for a second does it look artificial. It looks so real. It depends on what you select, of course. If you're selecting a neon dress, yes, it would look digital. But if you're selecting something like a denim jacket or denim jeans, nobody can make out that it's digital. It looks so real. So this is digital fashion. Now, why digital fashion? What is really the need? So client demands digital clothing for social media appearance, and a lot of gaming industry people want it because it can be used in the games that they develop. But the most important thing which I feel it can be used for is for presentation, for cutting down lead times. So what I feel is it is a game changer for fashion industry in terms of cutting long sampling and couriering time. Digital sample that is as good as a real sample can be checked for fitting, fabric texture, colors, trims, and everything around it. It can be altered there and then on the software in real time and sent for a recheck before physical sample is made. So normally when we're working in the denim industry, we work as prototype 1, prototype 2, prototype 3, and only after 4 or 5 prototypes do we actually come to the final garment, sign it, and then it gets made. And and then we have a lot of inventory and we have to burn out that waste. So it's unsustainable, like a big unsustainable thing going on there. Digital fashion in that way can help in pre-ordering, in that way can help in making the absolute correct sample digitally, and it saves the cost like everywhere. The whole supply chain can be changed according to the digital fashion, which is something which I think a lot of people have to get caught on. This is a new trend, but I'm sure once it starts happening, it will have a paradigm shift in the industry, not only in denim industry, but like everywhere. So here is an example to show how a client called Johanna, she bought a digital dress. So this is how the digital dress on the left side looked on the model. And when she bought it, she wore it in her own garden, and this is how she looked. It is developed by a company called Fabricant. They are the most they're the best people for the digital fashion. If anybody is interested, do follow them on Instagram. It's the Fabricant's iridescent dress, which sold at auction for $9,500, and it's worn by Johanna Jaskowska. Yeah. Interestingly, this is a thing which still needs to be caught on in India, but in Europe especially, it's a pretty big trend now. And our very own Surti Enterprises, they are the first ones who collaborated with the Fabricant, and they made their first digital denim garment. I don't have a video here, but again, if you go on Surti Instagram or Fabricant, you'll be able to see the video. This model wearing, there is no model, this invisible model wearing this denim jumpsuit looks absolutely great walking. All the folds of the denim, all the trim detail, all the stitching detail, everything is absolutely clearly visible. So this is what I'm talking about. If you have an order, before making the real garment, if we drape it on Clo 3D, even if there's no model, you can get the real effect on how it is going to look. And then we order the final piece. So cutting down a lot of cost there. Thank you. That's all about it. And this is our website, Instagram, and the collection and website coming soon. I hope you all liked it. And let me see if we have any questions. Yes, we have a question from Parveen. Hi Neha, if I'm correct, Johanna Joska is the artist behind the digital and not the buyer. No, she is not the artist, but she's very closely related to the digital dress, because blockchain is the website where most of these digital things get sold, and blockchain's owner is her husband. So that's how she's related to him. But I don't think she's the creator. So, Senthil, you want a compiled file for what? I think everything is available on Instagram. I mean, you can check all the pictures of Fabricant. If you are at all interested in digital fashion, the Fabricant is a very good place, very good for account to follow. And sure, I can. You can actually go on Instagram and check again. You can actually Google it, blockchain. Thank you so much, everyone. It was great answering some questions. Is Fabricant, one more question I've got, is Fabricant the developer of the digital software themselves, or have they procured this from a provider? So Fabricant is the developer, and they collaborate with people like Surti Enterprises. Surti Enterprises were the people who approached Fabricant, and they told them, okay, you know what, there is nothing like a digital denim garment that exists. Why? How about we making something like that? So then Surti gave them a sketch, and Fabricant converted them into a real digital invisible model wearing that jumpsuit. So that is how Fabricant works. So it's not just Surti Enterprises. A lot of companies like Nike, Adidas, Louis Vuitton, they all approach Fabricant for the digital fashion. Now, even more than ever, because physical shows are not happening, physical photo shoots are not happening. So Fabricant is busier than ever now in the COVID time. So they must be thanking the COVID to, bless them with so much work. So yeah. All right. I think we are done. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.